Okay, so this game's starting to come together, but also it is really ugly. So let's just take a little bit of time, shall we, and beautify it a little bit. Let's make it look a bit nicer. Now, the first thing and the most disgusting thing is this background. So I've gone back to Photopea, and I made myself a new background. Got myself this new background here. So what I've done, just to make it nicer, is I've actually got this background, and again, make sure it's seamless. You can always check that it's seamless by going to View, Filter, Other, Offset, and so it's 1024. So if I go 5 across, and then hit OK, if it wasn't seamless, you'd see a seam. So you just clean that up. And what I've also done is I've got 2 planets on sort of separate layers. So that way I'm going to have sort of a fake sense of depth. And with these ones, I'm just going to export these as PNGs. So that way we can keep the background as well. We can have those going back. So let's export those and then let's import those into our game. And we've got a textures folder here. We do. I've also already got this background. So I might actually just right click this and say replace with a new file. With space. There we go. It looks better already. Maybe I might tweak that, change that a little bit soon, but for now, I think that'll do. But what I'm also going to do is bring in those planets. And in sort of a similar way to what I've done before, I'm just going to create a material out of these. And this material is going to be a few things. First of all, it's got a mask, so we need to change it to be a masked type. So where it says blend mode on the left, change that to be a masked, and the alpha is going to go into our opacity mask. So now we can only see that dot. Do you know that planet? And again, in sort of the same way, I'm just going to stick a panner into this. But I want the planet to actually move a lot slower. Now I can't remember what I said before, but let's just set this to 0.2. Now if I take this, I'm just going to hold Alt and duplicate it out so you can see I've got 2. I'm going to replace this with my new Planet 0 material. Bring it up a little bit. Okay, and it's way too fast, but you get the gist. Also, actually, before I change that, let's bring all of them out a little bit. So this is going to sort of give us a bit of like foreground. It's quite fast. Yeah, I'm going to make that a lot slower. So I'm just going to bring up the material again. Maybe say it's like 0.05. And then that should start to look a little bit better. Okay, it's too many sort of planets in the background. They're moving quite slow, but again, I'm going to tweak and change those. I'm also going to do the same thing for this one, my planet 2. So just create material, open said material, and pretty much just going to copy and paste that. Could have actually just duplicated the material. Probably should have just duplicated the material. That would have been easier. But anyway, say it's masked. So wire alpha into masked. Put that into there. Hit save. If I want this planet to be a little bit bigger or repeat less, like we've done before, you can wire a coordinates node in there and change that so we could have more planets if you wanted to. But again, that'll be for you to sort of tweak with your own artwork and decisions. But what I might do is, again, I'm just going to duplicate these and replace them with my new Planet 0 material. Planet 2 material. So now we've got another one. But I actually want this one to go a lot slower. So I'm just going to save that too. There we go. Oh, you can't actually really see that. Let me pull my camera out and lift it up a little bit more like that. Raise you guys up to touch. Make sure you're not going out the flow. Alright. Look at that. It's starting to come together a little bit. I think I probably I might boost the purple in my background image. But again, that's sort of for you to tweak and refine. But I just wanted to sort of show you my process of how I'm going to go about refining this and improving it. But I think that new background already looks a little bit better. Probably should have added a bit of colour to my planets as well. So I might go back and do that. You can actually just do that directly in material. For example, if I bring over this planet, and let's say I want to give it a bit of a purple boost, I'm just going to hold 3 and left click. And let's go for a pink. And we could just try multiplying it and see how that looks. So you can see it's sort of giving it a little bit of a purpliness to it. Let's save that. You could even, if you wanted to go crazy, and why would you not want to go crazy? I can't even see this one, where is it? Oh, there it is. What we could do is we could multiply this by sort of a bright yellow. I'm going to hold M to multiply. I don't think I said that before. Apologies. I like to always try and describe my steps. Let's combine this together. I'm going to create another multiply. And this time I'm going to wire this into my emissive. And let's just give this a nice big 12. So it's got a little bit of a glow to it as well. There's a lot of black in the image, which means that the part doesn't glow very well. But you know, potentially that's interesting to look at. Cool. I've actually got those at the wrong speeds. The background should be going, the star should be going slower, the planet should be going faster. So the closer it is to you, it should look like it's going faster. It's just a lot of tweaking, isn't it? It's a lot of just getting numbers just right, finding what's going to sort of work best. So we're actually going to set you to about 0.2 because you're our furthest one back. Planet 0, you can be, yeah, okay, 0.5, and you can actually be just like 0.1. And I think that should give us sort of the depth we're looking for. Now, background's still going a bit fast. I'll have to shrink that down a little bit more. But you know, you're starting to get the gist. You're starting to get to see how all this is going to come about. Bring you guys down, so I quite like you. I think you're quite nice looking. Let's get these other ones. Lift you up because I don't think you're as pretty. So I'll put you over there. And let's just slow the background down one more time. Okay, so look at that. That's starting to look a lot better, isn't it? The second planet is moving sort of at the wrong speed. That needs to move a little bit faster. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm sort of happy enough with that. Let me just make that last quick change. Alright, now with the coins, I'm going to go back to my blueprints folder. I've got this coin over here. Now, oops. I've actually got a model for a coin now, so that's going to make this one look a bit nicer. You guys should do the same too. Get yourself a nice coin model. And with my cylinder selected, you can either change it by finding your coin. But that's probably going to mess your scale up, so make sure you set your scale back to 111. Unless it needs to be bigger, whereas in my case it really does. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Rotate as well, because it's on the wrong axis. There we go. My collision box is way too big now, but we'll get there. Cool. Yeah, sort of. That'll do. And let's also make a nice shiny material for it. Do we have a materials folder? We do not, so let's quickly make a nice shiny yellow. So I'm going to go back to my content folder. I'm going to right click and create a new material, which I'm going to call, sorry, I meant to create a folder, but I'll just create a material for now. Underscore gold, underscore M for gold material. Sorry, meant to create a folder, which I'm going to just call mats. And let's drag and drop gold into here. Okay, sorry. Now opening up that gold material, let's, like we did before, let's set a colour. So I'm going to set this to be sort of a gold colour. So hold 3 to create a vector 3. In there, set your colour as you would, and we are going to wire this into, maybe we want it to have a little bit of a shine, but base colour for now. And on the metallic, we're going to give it a nice metallic value. So holding 1, left click. So this is 3 values, red, green, blue. This is just 1 value, 1. So 1 being fully metal, 0 being no metal. There you go, we now have a gold. Maybe I want it to be a bit darker. You could also, if you want to try, you could also put a roughness. Make it super shiny gold. You know, you can sort of tweak and refine that as you sort of want to mess about with it. But going back to my coin, with my coin selected, I'm going to change this material to be gold. Ooh, okay, that is quite dark. But let's see how it looks in game. A bit dark. Might sort of boost the light, maybe add some lights to the scene next, or what we could do is, you know, you could sort of tweak these values until you get a little bit more sort of brightness back off it. I mean, technically with metallic, you should always sort of try and keep it 1, but, you know, we're not going for a hyper-realism game here anyway. There you go, that's a bit better, doesn't it? So, that'll do for this one. Like I said, spend a little bit of time, tweak some of your imagery, add some models should you need to, and let's get it starting to look good. And I think it's starting to look good now. At least mine is. I'm happy with that. So yeah, spend a little bit of time with yours, and let's get this thing looking a bit better.